Hello everybody, this is AfraidRacer and we're currently admiring the view from the balcony. I have such a nice house. Anyway, we're being joined by a very special guest today, Destructor101, who loves the crew too and is an absolute expert at flipping cars for some reason. I have no idea why. You can ask him that in the comment section. So today we're going to be discussing about the top 10 places to visit in the crew 2. Our first stop is gonna be Miami. So, the Crew 2 home is located in Miami and it's a beautiful place. Let's first get out of this house though so we can explore around a bit. So Miami is a really beautiful place. It's like an all-in-one area because it contains a lot of different things. It has some pretty awesome city streets where you can roam around in. It has an airport for drifting, which is really cool. And you even have a racetrack, so you can test out your track day cars and stuff like that there. And there's also beaches and water everywhere because, come on, it's on the seashore. So you can test out your boats, and do you really need to go anywhere for a plane? Just look at these beautiful picturesque Miami skies. Come on, they're beautiful. Our next stop is Yosemite. So this is an absolutely beautiful place. It's full of curvy, twisty mountain roads. And the best way to get to this is the Yosemite low altitude. So if you want to fast travel to this location, you can just use this. So Yosemite is absolutely beautiful. It's filled with conifer trees, cliff edges and rocks, and it's full of the twisty turns that you can expect from a mountain range. It gives you the thrill when you drive on it. So it's an amazing place to drive in. I personally, just whenever I'm bored, I just come here and take a few turns around here.
So the next stop is ski jump. The best way to travel is to travel to ski jump rallycross. This is actually the one of the best places for daredevils in the Crew 2 game. So now we are traveling to the ski jump, which is basically a jump where you can catch more air time. And now we are going to the jump. Woo-hoo! This is basically for daredevils who want to rally race their cars. You can basically jump, gain more points, and do whatever you want.
And now we're traveling to beautiful New York. To get to New York, you can get to the Pro Racing HQ or travel to any of these races. So, as you guys know, New York is full of amazing city streets. So you can just drive around the city, roam around the city like you're playing GTA. So it's really fun to drive, and you can obviously just hop in a plane, check out Lady Liberty, or maybe get a few miles at the racetrack, which is really cool.
Next up is not a place, but it's a ways. To travel to, it's just easy. You have to just travel to Live Extreme Series episode 4. Wow, this ways is really amazing. It's located in the Grand Canyon. It's all covered up by the snow. What a beautiful sight. It basically has 3 sections: the street racing, the boat racing, and the rally racing. You basically have to be a great driver to race in this track because it keeps on slipping a car.
Our next stop is a really amazing road. So it starts from about Sacramento near San Francisco and it ends at about the Switch event. So to get here you can teleport to any of these speed traps or events if you want, but this is the one I use. So as you can see, this has really wide and long roads. So it's perfect if you want to reach top speeds in a hypercar such as the Ford GT. I love driving on this road as it can give you a lot of thrills, and you can also just test out the top speed of your car. This is a really fun road.
The next stop is not a place but again a race. You can travel to Canyon by Night Street Race, which is actually a great race where you can test off your skills. And now we are at the Great Grand Canyon race. This race is really amazing and difficult because it has a track as real roads where real civilians travel, which is actually difficult. And do not forget to notice the stars above you because it's just a mesmerizing sight. The end of this race is actually exhilarating, and once you finish it, you get a feeling of a roller coaster ride. And notice the puddles on the street.
Our next stop is both a race and a place. I think we've used this joke too many times. Anyway, to fast travel to this, you just go to the Pikes Peak Mountains street race. As some of you may know, the Pikes Peak is an annual hill climb that is held on the Pikes Peak Mountains. In a hill climb, what people do is try and set the fastest time. The Pikes Peak usually has no restrictions for this. What people do is they get into race cars, custom cars, or hill climb special cars and try to set the fastest time. In this game, I like to customize my own cars. So, I get one of my custom cars and try to do some racing here. It's really fun.
Next up is Hoover Dam. To get there, you have to go near Lake Mead, or you can travel to any of these races. This is the phenomenal Hoover Dam. Unfortunately, this is the last place of this video, but definitely not the least. This is one of the places where you can reach the top speeds in your boat, and you can do a lot of jumps. But this is not as easy as it seems. You have to reach top speeds, but you can't control your boat at one point. And you might crash into the Great Grand Canyon after a jump.
This has been AfraidRacer
And Destructor101.
Thanks for watching.
Like, subscribe and comment.